Hello, everyone. My name is Sergio Gonzalez. I'm 39 years old and a single parent of two lovely daughters, Andromeda and Deja. And the purpose of this channel was to let you know a little bit about me, a few life experiences, my thoughts about life and current events that are happening around the world and in our nation. And the reason why I'm dressed up is to represent myself to you, the viewer, in a professional manner. I'm a middle class U.S. citizen born in McAllen, Texas on November 21st, 1976. I'm the 12th child of my parents. I'm currently residing in Roswell, New Mexico, where I've grown up ever since I was 7 years old. I'm a veteran and enlisted in the Marines when I was 21 and completed nearly 15 years of active duty service and got out honorably last year in 2014. My goal with this YouTube channel is to raise awareness in the United States and abroad with respect to what is currently going on around the world. I hope to make periodic videos and live stream of events as they happen so I can give feedback and receive feedback from the public. My intention is to provide ideas, opinions, advice by answering not only the questions of the public, but my own and sharing them with you all. My belief is that in order for America to move forward in today's day and age, younger men and women have to step up into leadership roles. I believe that the baby boomer generation has had their chance. Now it's up to Generation Xers to have theirs. I would like to reach out to my fellow Generation Xers and help them come up with innovative ideas and or solutions to not only help better lead America, but the world. It's pretty much up to us and the millennials to really make a difference in truly changing the world for the better. If we leave it in the hands of the baby boomer generation, we'll just continue to see the same things we've been witnessing around the world. Let's start completely fresh and help vote for a potential presidential candidate that has a vision that focuses more on what really matters the most and not insulting one another on national television. That's childish. But I do understand that when dealing with such an individual who likes to ridicule or demeanor a person that might seem as weak to them, that then it becomes our right to speak our mind in the same manner as to reach those individuals who can be talked to at their level of understanding, but forever keeping in mind that there are better ways of communication. And I will say that I have no college degree, but I do have college credits, and I have lots of military training that is and can be transferable to college semester hours. This does not mean that I cannot think for myself or for others, or that I'm not capable of leading anyone. What I lack in college degrees, I make up in innovative thinking and coming up with ideas. That is what I'm good at. I see the world as a whole, not just 7 continents led by more than 50 nations. I see human potential being stripped away by radicals who only want to spread chaos and confusion, genocide, and rule as some kind of dictators who don't believe in the equality of humans, their freedom, or moral values. I believe that before we can progress as a nation that leads this global habitat, we must first learn to live with ourselves and our differences. If not, we will always seem stuck on this planet as if it's some sort of fortress of rehabilitation. If we can truly never form an alliance with ourselves, then we will forever be stuck on Mother Earth by the umbilical cord, much like a baby is in the womb. Let's try to reach common ground with respect to what we share as a whole, what we value as a species, and what is most important to us, our children, and their survival as well as their future. With that being said, I want to finish off by saying that all places a human could have been born at. I find it to be a miracle that I was born here in America, a place in the world where anyone can be what they want to be, protected by the brave young women who serve our military branches of service, hoping in the process that their children or children's children grow up to make a difference in the world. What better place to have been born than in America? I believe that had I been born with a disability, being almost immobile, I would still have a mind to speak my thoughts, and nothing different would be said than what I'm already saying now. In other words, don't let your disabilities keep you from expressing yourself and your thoughts and your ideas. You don't have to look like Einstein or walk and talk like a genius. Stephen Hawking is proof of that. But if you're not disabled and walk and talk without a disability, why not contribute your best to humanity in a way that a genius would? Everyone's opinions matter. Everyone's voice matters. Everyone in general matters. Wars. We need to stop having them. I believe some of the greatest minds might have died in wars and their ideas went to the grave with them. I strongly believe that. Not only that, but the kids that they might have had the chance to raise might have made the difference today. Or even worse, the children they never got to have might have been the next Einstein. Think about that for a second. Hundreds of thousands of lives have died, if not millions, when you add up all the wars America and the world has fought in. Imagine the life of the fallen, the ones who didn't have a choice, or didn't stand up, or had a chance to fight back. They died. And with them, ideas died too. It's a miracle that we are born in a place where we can strive in numbers to make a difference. And every day we wake up is a miracle. I believe that too. But what's the point to be one nation who is powerful and leading the world when there are nations barely making it? What's the purpose of raising your kids right, seeing them go to college, and ignoring what's going on around the world? What's to become of America in the future? In 5 or 10 or 15 years? That's my biggest concern. Am I worried that if I don't make a difference now by speaking up, saying enough is enough? The violence, the killing, the hatred, the racial disregard for accepting our differences, then I can't see America or any nation getting to place their foot anywhere else than just the moon. And lastly, let me just say this. I envision America in the year 2020, a prosperous nation, leading the world in a new direction and hopefully leading a new generation or letting a new generation take over so that the baby boomer generation can rest and retire knowing that their kids' future and their kids' future and our global freedom is secure. Over the past 100 years, we've been stuck driving on 4 wheels, flying in fixed wing and rotary aircraft. It's time to move on to the next big thing in the year 2020. It's time to imagine not just a nation or nations full of new promise, but a world of a secure promise. A promise that we have been making to our children generations over and even before we even became civilized. That promise is that everything is going to be all right. That we are there to protect them. That we won't let harm come to them. So when they grow up to be young adults, our children, we hope that they would have learned enough knowledge to go out in the world and survive. To all the generations before us, we owe it to them to continue the fight. The fight to reach a human understanding with respect to all religions, race, and creeds, colors, that when we live together in peace, much more can be achieved in 100 years than our wildest dreams. So let's stop agreeing to disagree and just finally agree to agree. That the truth is, we need peace, a human common goal of alliance and a chance for the next generation to make their mark in this world. The generation I'm talking about is Generation X and the millennial generation following right behind. The generation is now. Let's not wait on politicians to save the world and just leave it up to them or just one man to think up ideas for foreign policies. Let's work together as a whole. all the people of the world to save us from ourselves. Let's work together as a whole forever, if it's possible. Let's do what we can to save the world and treat her right, because for so long Mother Earth has given us life. If we fail to realize that, we will fail to have had the chance in this lifetime to have made all the difference. And if our existence continues down this path without true change, even a generation of the future cannot reverse the implications of failed attempts to save the world now. The future cannot reverse the effects of what we do now. Unless they manage to build a time machine in their time to fix what we didn't, it can never be undone. Let's start by working together in our neighborhood, our communities, our states, nation, and the world. Let's heal together. Let's dream together. Let's be owners of our own reality and work together to make not just our home a better place, but the world we live in a better place. May God continue to bless America and bless the world. Thank you.